Hello. In this lesson, we discuss the perimeter of a sector. What is a sector? A sector is part of a circle which has been confined by two radii, so this radius, and also part of a circle or an arc. Like So basically, when you're cutting a pizza, you usually cut it in the form of a sector. Um, like any other shape, to find this perimeter, we got to add all the sides of that shape. So here we have this radius, then we have this radius, and then we have this arc. So we got to three different lengths to add this, and this. So this is just radius r. This is another r. So these two are easy. So r plus r gives us 2r. The one which is a bit more difficult is finding this arc. Right, so we need to see how long this arc is. What you need to remember is the circumference of a whole circle. Circumference of a whole circle is 2 times pi times r, where r is the radius. So we find this whole length, that is the circumference. Circumference is distance around the circle. So that's your first step. So 2 times pi times r. Find the whole circle. Then the next bit is to see what fraction of the circle belongs to this sector. What fraction of the circle belongs to this sector? So this depends on this angle here. The angle made between the two radii. How much angle? If this was 360, that would have been the whole circle. If this was 90 degrees, that would be a quarter of a circle. If this was 180 degrees, it will be half of a circle or a semicircle. But generally, if that angle is theta, theta is the amount of this angle in degrees, the size of this angle in degrees, over 360. That fraction of the circle is here. So whatever the angle is, over 360. Then what we are going to do, we are going to find the circumference of the whole circle, which is 2 times pi times r, times by that fraction, which is whatever the angle is between the two radii over 360. That gives us the formula for the whole sector, the perimeter of the whole sector. That is the perimeter of the whole sector. 2r. Why 2r? Because you have one radius here, one radius here. And r plus r makes 2r. Then this bit, as we said, is 2 pi r times angle theta over 360. Let's look at a couple of examples. Here we have this sector. As you can see, the radius is 12 and the angle theta is 30 degrees. What we need to do is to find the circumference of this. So if I go all the way from here to here, then along this arc to here, and then I come back along this radius here, how much distance I have covered in one lap. Alright, so the formula that we had, that's the formula. we are going to substitute for values of r and for value of theta. So values of r and theta. Then P is equal to 2 times R. Remember, there is a times between 2 and R. 2 times R, but R is 12. So 2 times 12. Then plus 2 times pi times R. 2 times pi times R, which is again 12, times by theta over 360. And theta is 30. 30 over 360. If you type all of this in your calculator, you will end up with 30.28 to 2 decimal places. That will be your answer. But the answer will be in meters because the radius was in meters. Another example, a sector has an angle of 45 degrees and a radius of 80 centimeters. Find its perimeter. So that is theta and that is r. And the answer will be in centimeters because the radius is in centimeters. So all we need to do is just substitute those values in this formula and type in the calculator. So 2 times r which is 80, 2 times 80 plus 2 times pi times r, again 80, times by theta, which is 45 over 360. And if you type that in your calculator, that gives you 222.8 centimeters to 1 decimal place. Again, centimeters because the radius was in centimeters. That's all for this lesson. Thank you for your attention.